Good morning students, welcome you all in the second video session of chapter 1 An Uncomfortable Bed. You remember well that we had discussed the first part of the question answers in the first video session, and this is second video session. We have some more questions to discuss, to learn, to clear the story. It's here concept well, and I'm sure you will participate with complete vigor, full vigor, energy and enthusiasm. So let's begin with the question answer, that is from third. Here you can see 3b up to third A we have already discussed in the first video session, and with that we had many more questions from this chapter inside. Here the third question, that is from exercise understanding the text. B is here. What did he think his friends had in a store for him? This is the question. What did he think? He is here the speaker of the story, who had narrated you the story, An Uncomfortable Bed. Here he is referred for him. What did he think his friends had in a store for him? He thought that his friends had planned to play practical joke, to enjoy and laugh at him at the speaker's expense. He was doubtful that he was going to be made the victim of the practical jokes. You will remember the story, whole story, right from beginning, how the narrator, the speaker, became doubtful about his friends who gave him warm reception, warm welcome he had not expected, which became the root of all his suspicion and doubts. So here it is also written, why did he think and what did he think his friends had a store? He was thinking that his friends might have planned something so that he could make him the target victim of the practical joke, so that they all could laugh at him, they all could enjoy. Okay. Question, that is next. Once inside his room, how did the speaker move and act? You remember when he went into his bedroom, he shut the door, he shut the gate and stood there for a moment. He did not step further. He stopped there at the gate after shutting the door. How did the speaker move and act, and why? When he entered the room, he shut the door and stood there at the gate only. He did not move from there. In the light of the candle, he was holding a candle. So in the light of the candle, he very carefully watched everything inside the room. He thought that they must have planned something inside the room. He didn't find anything outside. After his arrival, he sat for the dinner with them. He took the dinner. They all enjoyed. There was excessive mirth. And after that, when he was brought to the bedroom, whole household came with him to tell him good night. And when he went inside the room, he stood at the gate with a candle, and then started thinking what his friends might have planned to enjoy the practical joke. Why did, next question is here, why did the speaker close the shutters and draw the curtains? What happened as a result of this? What else did he do in para 14 that helped to bring about the outcome? Here the answer will be, the speaker closed all the shutters, drew the curtains and placed a chair in front of them so that he would have nothing to fear from outside. He was afraid that they may do something more after he had slept only. They could have done something more from outside. That's why the speaker closed all the shutters, drew the curtains that was there, he drew, and placed a chair in front of them so that he would be safe. There would be no fear from outside. He was particularly suspicious about the bed. So he decided not to sleep on the bed. He caught hold of the side of the mattress carefully, drew it towards him. As you have already learned this story, what did he do to protect himself, to avoid any incident? He just caught hold of the side of the mattress carefully and drew it towards himself and set the bed into the very middle of the room, facing the door to avoid any incident, so that no incident would take place if he would not sit on the bed. He was doubtful, particularly doubtful about the bed. He knew there might be something planned on the bed. Here, the question 6 is here. The armchair was solid. Why was this discovery important to the speaker? The armchair was solid. Why was this discovery important to the speaker? You have been given several options, but the right and correct option is here. It meaning of this here phrase is here that his friends had not laid a trap for him in the chair. They had not laid anything in the chair. Okay, next one, 7th one. I did not dare to get into the bed. Who did not dare? The speaker didn't dare to go to the bed. Why didn't the speaker dare to get into the bed? And why did he finally go to bed? He didn't dare to go to bed because he thought that his friends should have planned to set some joke in the bed. He might receive a cold shower from overhead. He thought that when he would go to bed, there will be a cold shower of water only from the ceiling overhead. Or perhaps the moment he stretched himself out, he would find himself sinking to the floor only with the mattress. So he avoided such any incident. He finally went to bed because the night was advancing. He was getting late and he had set his own now bed on the floor, which was now quite safe. That's why finally he went to his bed. He had already set his bed. He has a bed now. So there was no problem. He was not in suspicion. He knew that on that bed there was no chance of any such joke. He had already set his bed on the middle of the floor that was facing the door. Question next is here. The speaker was awakened by a body. The story must be reminding you the sequence. The speaker was awakened by a body falling over him. What else did he feel and hear at the same time? When and how did he realize what had really happened? He felt a face. Who felt? The speaker. The speaker felt a face when he stretched out his hand to find out who was there, who had fallen on his body. So when he really just checked it, groped into the darkness, he found that there was a face. Then he realized that there was nose and whiskers, means the hair that grows on the face, that is called whiskers. He heard the sound of falling a slight board laden with plates and dishes. He realized that a board had fallen by his side, which was laden with plates, dishes, cups, etc. He could hear the sound of that, breaking sound of these things, plates, dishes. When he rushed into the corridor, it was broad daylight. when he came into the corridor after that incident, he saw that it was broad daylight. It was not now night. It was no darkness. Actually, while bringing him his morning cup of tea, he had tripped over. Who? Who had tripped? The person who was appointed to give him service, to look after him personally. That person had tripped over the unexpected bed in the middle of the floor and fallen on his stomach, spilling his breakfast over his face. As that person who is here, valet, a person who is appointed for the personal caring of any people is called valet. So when he entered into the room, there was still darkness. He had not expected that there was a bed set at the gate only, in the middle of the floor. So he tripped over that unexpected bed and he fell on the body of the speaker, spilling his breakfast, tea, everything on his face, on his body, on the bed. This was what? The exercise, and there will be again some more questions that I always frame myself for you so that you can understand very minutely every part of the story. So I will share that one, I will ask you. So this video session will no doubt clear all your confusions, all your doubts, and you will note down these question answers in your copy, you will learn them. Thank you. We will meet in the third video session with some more information. Thank you, students. Thank you very much for being with me.